So, Francis, before we talk about anything else, okay? Before we talk about anything else, what are your thoughts on Pokemon Ash versus Cynthia, Episode 1, the semifinals to Dazzle?
Uh, I mean, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, like it establishes Cynthia as a threat and she's like a wily veteran where she's like got like tactics going on that's like maybe it's like hard for Ash as like kind of like a up and comer to like read into. So I think it does like I think it very much it's good at like capturing kind of the very classic sports dynamic of like the old person who's really good but they're on the way out versus the new person who's on the come up.
Yeah, quirky upstart Ash and his unpredictable battle style, but Cynthia's just reading his every move! Listen, you remember Cynthia's Spiritomb absolutely destroyed Ash's Dragonite, and there was nothing Ash could have done.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, Spiritomb was a problem for me. So it seems realistic to me.
Like, think about it. Cynthia's using the Switch rule set, and Ash doesn't know what to do. Basic strategy.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's hard. It's hard because when you Nuzlocke, you turn the switching after battle off. So he
Yeah.
probably just Nuzlocke, so he's not used to that rule set.
I mean, it is kind of true. I mean, Ash doesn't do a
He's not battle.
Nuzlocke, but when he fails at the league, he's like, well, time to get a whole new team and a Pikachu.
Well, the meta shifts. So
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we all know Ash cares about the meta because he's using Dracovic.
yeah,
Oh, as someone who's watching the newest tournament, right, and
yeah.
has watched the Sinnoh League, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Because maybe this is just me. Maybe this is just me. This could be just me. But Ash versus Cynthia, it felt different than all the other battles in the tournament. It felt like they were trying. I mean, minus the lack of music, but
Yeah, okay, so I guess another thing I really appreciated like as like a fan of the games is the fact that the Toka whatever the fuck, Toka Kiss or whatever. Is that
yeah,
the right one? That it was using like a classic combo of it's using like has its ability
yeah,
makes it like
Serene Grace Air Slash.
yeah, Serene Grace Air Clash for the flinching. And it was like it's just very I mean it's just like it's nice to see like your it's like I mean it's like when you watch it's like watching chess kind of like if you
Yeah,
know how to play chess, the more you know how to play chess, the more fun it is to watch chess being played. So it's like it when you just see things that you can understand in the Pokemon battle happening, it's
yeah,
enjoyable.
and has that been the case for just this battle, or what about the other battles in the tournament,
Basically,
in the
just this
Masters game?
battle. I'd say that is the only one that really came like super close. I did like I think in the Sinnoh League, didn't Paul set up entry hazards? If I recall.
Yeah, he sub spikes. In the Sinnoh League, there's also a Trick Room Shuckle set. Um, there was strategy in the Sinnoh League. I can say that for sure. But
Is Shuckle particularly slow? I mean, I'm sure it's not a fast Pokemon, but is it like super slow?
well, they use Power Swap to swap the defense and attack. That's what
And they
happened.
use Trick Room to make it faster, or you just misspeak when you said
They used Trick Room for another part of the. Maybe I don't remember. It was Conway's team. Conway's just large max. No one likes Conway. Oh,
no, see when I see something like Power Swap Shuckle, I'm more inclined to think, okay, you're just wasting a turn to make your Pokemon less mediocre. Like, why don't you just use a Pokemon who actually has a high attack stat instead of wasting a turn on Shuckle?
I agree. I agree. But then again, I'm not good at that Pokemon games. Speaking of the Sinnoh League, though, Ash Ash tried. He's been trying to use Sinnoh League strats against Cynthia, and they are not working. Like he tried to use Draco Meteor, and that just failed, even though that kind of carried his Gibble in the Sinnoh League. And he tried to use Counter Shield, but Counter Shield just didn't work.
All right, so this is because you're not really understanding like Ash's strengths. Now, if you look at the Pentagon like power chart, like what's his highest stat?
What is his highest stat? That was unpredictable. I need to actually look up what it was.
Unpredictability. Exactly. So why would his strats from a previous tournament work? Cynthia, she watched the VOD, okay? She knows what he did in the last tournament. He has to switch it up, okay? He has to switch it up or else she's already planned for this stuff, okay? He's got to try new things. He's got to think on the fly and be creative.
Yeah, I mean, she did her homework. Uh, we can only imagine, like, okay, I would love to like actually get a confirmation of how much, like, the champions actually prepare for their battles.
I imagine so it's like Cynthia and Leon and Lance and Steven are all professional, like full-time champions. Then
Yeah,
Carne has another job. Uh
yeah, Diantha's an actor. Like, come on now, you should have been eliminated
well, I mean,
first.
I'm sure there's like I guess like I don't know. I'm trying to think like I don't think that any like I'm not sure that there's very many like professional sportsmen who've been able to keep like dominance and a like full acting career going at the same time. Like Ronda Rousey, like she literally after she started being in movies is when she start is like that's when her fall from grace happened from in mixed martial arts. I'm trying to think like I mean like Kareem went in he was in that movie Airplane, but like it's not like that was just a part. Like he didn't become an actor or anything.
Yeah,
So but anyway, what I'm trying to say is if you know who you're going to be battling,
yeah.
which they do,
The
that
rookie Ash.
you should be researching, right? Like,
Okay, okay, okay. This does
plus
tie back
that's
into the
Cynthia's lead
stats.
too. So she might have just been watching that. She might have watched that personally, like
She did
live.
watch
So
that personally.
yeah, so she knows.
She does. Okay, okay. You remember when in the episode they released the stats for the champions and the top four in the tournament, right? And Ash had like it says he's good unpredictability, offense, and speed, right? But like mediocre defense and just abysmal strategy and experience.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen people on the internet say, come on, you're only gonna give Ash one thing of experience? Like, that's weak. I've been thinking about that. And I agree with giving Ash low experience. Because although it's not true, like, I think Ash has more experience than the stats show. I assume the stats would be based purely off of his tournament, basically his tournament and his smaller tournament performances, in which case only winning one and getting and not doing great in a few, doing fine in another few, like that's not a whole lot of experience compared to decades of Pokemon training.
Yeah, but you have to think that like Ash has like raw athleticism on his side.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he's like 12 or something, right?
Yeah,
So he's got the raw athleticism on his side. I mean, other if like we're like okay, so I mean like in real life. Now we don't want to talk too much about real life, but like I guess like I mean like chess world champions tend to be older. Of course, the current chess world champion is Magnus Carlsen, and he's not very old. He's like 30 something. So,
yeah,
but like in athletic sports, which this is not really because this is actually like the battle of the coaches or something. Pokemon is
Yeah.
really, uh, but in athletic sports, obviously, like someone could be like the most skilled, but they'll just age out, and then because it's always a combination of athleticism versus less skill, so you have to manage that. So I guess what I'm saying is like I just feel like Ash, he's got young blood. Like he's got I don't know. It's like well, what do you want? Like do you want to wait for him to become 30 before he can win? Like
I mean, technically, if he aged at the same rate as we did, he'd be 35, something like that.
well, see, I guess that would have solved all the problems, huh?
Yeah, it all makes sense now. A few more things I want to talk about. Destiny Bond, absolutely owning Ash. Oh, his ace Pokemon Pikachu is down. And now it's up to the three newest members of his team to carry. Which, honestly, Surfetch hasn't done a lot in the series. Like, Surfetch is clutch, but hasn't done a lot. Lucario's had like a training arc, but not to the extent as Greninja or Infernape. And Dracovic is probably has the least battle experience of most of Ash's Pokemon. But at the same time, it's always been pretty clutch. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what happens.
Yeah, like I mean, you want to see the new Pokemon do well, right? It's like
Yeah,
when you watch like the Warriors, right? It's like
yeah.
you got Draymond, Steph, and Clay, and you're like, yeah, they're doing well. They better be doing well. But then when the new guys do well, you're like, let's go, it's a pool party.
But the old guys haven't been doing well, okay? Pikachu got. Listen. It was just a fatal misplay, okay? That was just a fatal misplay. Ash got owed. He lost his ace. But Dragonite and even Gengar, they just got dumpstered. I don't know what to say. They were not able to accomplish much anything.
That's yeah. I mean, yeah. It's to got to show the strength of Cynthia, and then later the tenacity of
Yeah.
Ash.
Do you think Ash will start swapping Pokemon, or will he just stick with his strategy of using one until it gets knocked out?
I want to say yes. I want to say yes. He will. Like he'll like adapt
I
to the
mean,
environment. Pretty
yeah,
good.
I don't think he will. I mean, as a very momentum based. Like if he has momentum, he can keep it going. But if he has no momentum, then that's just a loss.
Yeah, but like we're gonna see like new sides
New
to
sides.
his game plans. Okay, and he's gonna
Yeah.
remember what Paul taught him. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like he has that many options to switch into and out of now that he only has three Pokemon left.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe it'll be a combination of like both. Like, if maybe he'll like he needs to mix his style with Cynthia's style. He just needs to make sure like that he gets the right Pokemon. He gets Pokemon in the right. Like, he needs to switch a bunch to get like a good Pokemon out, right? And
Yeah.
then and that way he can maintain the momentum.
Yeah. We do know that he has Mega Lucario, and because Gengar and Pikachu are knocked out, that's the one he's going to use. Like they, that's it. That's the only one he has available left to him.
Do you think maybe do you think so you think his Lucario definitely beats Cynthia's Lucario? Do you think there's a chance that Cynthia actually takes the dub with Lucario in the Lucario mirror match also?
Okay. Oh, I can definitely see Cynthia Lucario taking the dub in the mirror match. I mean, I think Ash's Lucario is going to play a large part in the battle because at this point it has to if Ash is going to win. You know, it's Pokemon, anything can happen. Ash could easily lose this, but I don't think he will. I would actually love to see Ash's Lucario lose the Lucario mirror match, but Ash still wins. I mean, it's kind of hard because by the time that happens, Ash can't afford to just lose a fair one on one with the Lucario. His Lucario has to, knock out a few of Cynthia's Pokemon before, and then lose to the mirror match. That's what I think would be cool. But Lucario is just storytelling wise is probably going to be the last one, and that's the one Ash Mega Evolves.
What about a double knock?
A double knockout, it's very possible. Very possible. Double knockouts, they happen more often than you'd think in Pokemon. Happened in a Pikachu versus Latios. It's just double knockouts are cool.
I feel like it's. I mean, I feel like it works for the mirror match. Also, I do you think like I think like maybe like he sends Lucario out, Lucario takes a Pokemon off them, Cynthia brings Lucario out, then maybe we get a double knockout.
Yeah.
Do you think? But maybe it would be most dramatic if he actually was put down to one Pokemon. Like so, like maybe it's like maybe like he's on 3 right now.
Yeah, he's on 3. It's a 3 versus 4.
So he sends one Pokemon. He sends his Lucario out. Since he sends, let's say, Togekiss out, Lucario knocks out Togekiss. Then she brings her Lucario out. They both Mega Evolve. Her Lucario wins. Then he sends out the next Pokemon, Dracovish. Let's say. I don't know if
Yeah.
the dramatic Pokemon left, but anyway. Then Dracovish and Lucario do a double knockout. And so then Cynthia's what on 4 or she's on 3 to his 1. Like that might be
Yeah.
dramatic. And you can
That
imagine.
would be Yeah. I mean, I'm more inclined to believe. Okay, maybe I'm just a doubter and a hater, but I'm more inclined to believe Ash's Lucario could clutch the 1v3 more than Ash's Surfetched. Because Ash's Surfetched takes a lot of L's. Like, yeah, we've seen it power up recently, but historically, it hasn't performed the best.
Well, I mean, like, well, I'm just trying to like say that. I mean, I'm just suggesting that it's one Pokemon left, not like
Yeah,
it's not,
yeah. One
but it's
Pokemon
strictly
left and Ash has
perfect.
to sweep. That would be good. That would be incredibly similar to what Ash had to do in the Sinnoh League. In fact, what Cynthia is doing is kind of similar to what Paul's doing. They both have a very switch heavy play style, if you will. They're both using that and just reading Ash. Anyways, I think that's all there is to say, right? Anything else?
Oh,
Sending Stone Edge back at Gastrodon was cool. You love to see it.
yep. Gastrodon's a cool Pokemon.
All right, Gastrodon's cool.